Ladies and gentlemen, it is your high guy, your fly guy, the truth from the booth, B.I. Double, bringing you this week's edition of Monday Mayhem. And before we get into the show, we started a little early, or a little late, depending on how you look at it. We usually start at 1. We planned on starting at 2 today due to the snow concerns, but we're good now. But I wanted to get it started a little early just to talk about Clash of the Classless. Now, Chip Stackworth and the Stackworth Report did an amazing job on his rundown of the show that can be seen on the High Class Wrestling Facebook page. But in case you didn't read it yet, just want to go through some things. First and foremost, we need to congratulate all the new champions. Every championship changed hands at that pay-per-view. And Chip Stackworth is in the building with me right now. Every single title changed hands. Nobody saw it coming. Yeah, there was a few that, well, this guy, but every title changed hands. It was a true changing of the guard from the men and women who had held the title after the season finale. It feels like we're on a roll now, and things have shifted. And a lot of big stories came out of Clash, including, most importantly, a new World Heavyweight Champion. And I was able to speak to Bake earlier today, and as Chip said, he has a grueling schedule with working both HCW as the World Champion and RSW as the Internet Champion. And he would not let that be an excuse. When I tried to bring it up, he said there is no reason. He said it hurt him to say that Iceman was the better man, and it hurt him more to know that it took their friendship for Iceman to take that world title. But he also said this is a business, and business decisions were made. These things happen. The Fallen, on the other hand, that was not a business decision. That was extremely personal on every front. And Victor Black, as Chip said, just wanted to remind everybody exactly who the fuck he is. And he did just that. Liz, finally getting her hands on that women's championship. Insane. Brand new Super Junior champion with primetime Kobe Gibson. Excuse me. My voice is still a little messed up for the pay-per-view. But primetime, coming into a company, being with us less than 2 months, able to capture that Super Junior championship from Dynamite. A man who is a 2-time Super Junior champion and a winner of our first ever Super Junior World Cup. The man is no slouch. He never got the shine he deserved. The shine was always on other guys. It was on, of course, Showtime for the longest time, and guys like Zero, who had a really cool look, and your luchadors and your Japanese wrestlers. But Primetime showed out against a guy in Dynamite who was just a guy to most people. Dynamite was just a regular guy who ended up being an amazing champion. And that was my next point, and I'm glad Chip got to it here in the Twitter feed, and that is Steve Taylor is on another level right now. My disdain for Steve Taylor goes back years and years and years. It goes back to my short time in the ring with the company that HCW was before the 2016 reboot. There is nothing but respect that I have for that man with what he has been able to do in the last 2 years, year and a half range. Man is something else. And if it does end up being Steve Taylor who gets the shot at Iceman, I'm okay with it. We get an old school rivalry, and we get an amazing wrestling match out of it. So what's there to hate there? Excuse me again. Showtime, of course, shocked the world when he came back from his suspension after being stripped of the Super Junior title and said he doesn't want it anymore. He has Kenny Omega the Super Junior division, bulked up a little bit, declared himself a heavyweight, and did what a few people thought he would not be able to do, which was topple Hunter Clark Weaver, who was just absolutely incredible since his debut, and dethroned Logan Neal, who at the time looked unbeatable, and then went on an absolute tear. And Showtime did what Showtime does. Showtime won. And winning without the boot, after all of the talk of it's a loaded boot, it's this, it's that, didn't need it. Old school. Set up slam, top rope move. He showed some Super Junior in that, and I liked it. That's about as basic a win as you can get. That is beating a man down, hitting him with a setup, and flying from the top rope. Doesn't matter what that setup and top rope move is. That is a very basic win for a man who's far from it. Congratulations to Showtime. Ultraviolent title. Everybody and their mother thought Tim Heel was walking out with that belt. Tim Heel had injured his torso 2 weeks ago in the match against Bake. He worked another match after that, the tag match with Bake, and then went into a chamber match. All this while injured. We then come to find out that Shane Wolf was injured in that match. Both men need about a week or so to recover from what our doctors are telling us. So we can tell you now that the main event of next week's Mayhem will be Tim Heel versus Shane Wolf for the Ultraviolent Championship in a one-on-one contest, with both men hopefully back at 100%. Great show. Chip said it. Everybody who watched it said it. I'm going to say it too. The women stole the damn show. And the finish to Bake Iceman was probably one of the smartest finishes I've seen, not only in high class wrestling, but in wrestling as a whole. We'd all forgot that it was Falls Count Anywhere because there was no weapons, there was no brawling. It was a classic wrestling match. And then at the end, when Iceman didn't get it done with an icebreaker, he took it to the top and he went extreme with that huge superplex to the exposed floor. Could have counted to 10. Nobody was getting out of that. But enough about Clash. We're on to Mayhem. I've wasted my 10 minutes or so talking to you, so we're getting right into it. And speaking of Bake, Bake is not a happy camper. Bake is extremely upset, not only about losing his World Heavyweight Championship, but he is upset about the comments that X Factor has been making towards his woman, brand new women's champion, Liz. He's been getting a little out of pocket, and he's been warned, never by Bake. Bake didn't want to be that guy. He was warned by, he was warned by Victor Black at one point, which I thought was hilarious. I saw it, and Victor Black just came in and was like, I don't think you should say those things about her. And if Victor Black and his twisted insanity can see that it's a bad idea, why would you continue to do it? But he did. Hell, even Showtime told him not to, and Showtime flirts with everybody. I've seen him hit on every woman in that locker room, except Liz. Some things you don't do. And X Factor did it, and Bake is not happy. He kicked in Jeff Powell's door today and demanded this match, and he demanded that this match open the show. So here we are, the X Factor Shawn Jones, one-on-one with former world champion Bake to kick off Mayhem. You know, before we end up reading his eulogy next week, I would like to say that the Street Fighter cosplay he does on his entrance is awesome. I'm a big fan of the Nash puffy vest. Charlie, however you know him personally. I don't think this is going to end well. This man may be out for a while after this. I hope Bake doesn't take it further than it needs to be taken. Not to say that people don't need to learn a lesson, but there's a difference between learning a lesson and taking food out of somebody's mouth. Hopefully Bake does not cross that line tonight. We have seen him do it in the past. The man's kind of crazy. And this is the absolute worst time to be testing him. And X Factor just agreed to the match. No questions. Everybody can't run around beating on Jones. Iceman has no beef with Jones. And the former world champion makes his way into the building with some new ring gear. Gotta say, I love the shirt. Feel like I've seen it somewhere. But the Vanilla Gorilla is wound up for this one. He is no longer the beast from the Berg. He is the Steel City Savior. And has vowed to do whatever he has to get back at that world championship. But right now, this is not about world titles. This isn't about any titles. This is about respect. And Bake goes right into that DDT. Very proficient with the DDT, both the standing and running version. Usually starts a match with one. And now the beatdown commences. Just stomping away at the much smaller Jones. Was able to get a reversal there with that short arm shoulder tackle. Snap DDT there from Jones, trying to fight back. I like it. Rain in the right hands. If Jones has any chance here, he's going to have to stick and move. And choking the life out of Bake, dropping the elbow. Pulls him to his feet. Bake with the big back body drop. The difference in size here is ridiculous. Drops him with that sit-out powerbomb, refusing to go for the pin. Has him up. Shoots him over that top rope. And an overhead belly-to-belly suplex brings him back in. Into the cover. Jones staying alive. I'm pretty sure he should have stayed down. No, the Walker Bomb is an outsider's edge into a power bomb, sir. You should know that. It's your job. Do your job. Bake in the corner. Feet high on the... No, not on the top rope. Bake, not on the top. Oh! Spiked him like an exclamation point out of the corner. How is Jones still moving? Now back to choking Bake. Man fighting back for his life right now. Bake just tried to end it with that spike DDT out of the corner. Jones drops that forearm. Bake back to his feet. Big takedown. Amateur style. Into the cover. Jones out at one. Defiant here. Eats a big kick to the back. Pulls him to his feet, but Jones again sweeps that leg using the speed. Now Jones going up top. Looking to fly here. Into that swanton, if you will. I don't know. I think it'd be worth more if he died in it. Bake with a snapmare into another big kick to the spine. And a Steel City Lariat turns him inside out. That swanton had no effect on Bake. He pops back to his feet. Into the cover. That's all she wrote. Bake don't get paid by the hour, folks. And a little bit of jaw jacking before he leaves the ring. all business here today. I'm hoping that Jones learned his lesson, because Bake was not having it. Didn't even go into the man, get out of here. Just threw about 1,000 pounds of pressure into that Steel City Lariat. Right there, that diving swanton though, and the Steel City, oh my God. That Lariat is bananas. Turned his back on the camera. Bake doesn't care about anything right now. This is about the defense of his woman. And about being pissed off and losing that world title. I would not want to be Bake's next couple opponents. I'm going to tell you that right now. I suggest you leave this man alone. Yeah, no, that Lariat's not fair. Like, I'm pretty sure he dislocates his shoulder before simultaneously popping it back in and popping your neck smooth off your shoulders. Into our next match, speaking of Liz, your new women's champion, one-on-one with Valkyrie here. Valkyrie, who has been stalked by that woman in the mask for weeks now. And the only hint that we've had is Chip talking to Victor Black, because apparently Chip Stackworth is a mind reader, a snake charmer, and a human Ouija board, and is able to get Victor Black to talk. And the only thing he's said so far is she's family. We don't know what that means. That is literally the most open-ended answer I have ever heard. So, scared to see where that one's going. Oh, assistant voodoo chief. All right. I like it. It seems like Valkyrie's going to try to put the woman in the mask behind her, going one-on-one with the champion. As we know, a win over the champion will grant you a future title match. Looking to do so here tonight. The question is, does she have what it takes to beat this version of Liz, who is just so much better than she was when she started? Hell, so much better than she was last month. The pure dedication and time spent in the gym to get herself to the level that she needed to capture that women's championship. We see if Valkyrie has what it takes, and she is in the building now. Oh yeah, this will be a good one. The two biggest women in the division. Both of these women standing at a towering 5'10" when you look at the rest of the women's roster. And the brand new women's champion is in the building, displaying that title proudly. You know, little known fact, she helped with this redesign of the title last year. Just now getting it debuted this season. And she always felt kind of slighted that she had a hand in designing the belt and never had a chance to hold it. Well, now with the prestige that that women's title has, she holds it. And she gets to prove what she can do as champion. And Stackworth there said it best, trained by Bake and trained by Iceman. Two of the absolute best. We saw some of that Iceman training come into play in her title match when she busted out a Shining Apprentice, which I thought was pretty awesome. It's Valkyrie and Liz one-on-one, looping right hand. Liz has none of it, fights out with the elbows, goes for the chop block, does not get all of it. Valkyrie able to turn into it for lifting the champ up and tossing her with that big slam. Valkyrie on a rampage early. To the top rope, drops the senton. Valkyrie trying to get in control here as Liz pops back to her feet, but gets caught, sent off the ropes with the Irish whip. Knee lift to the face of Valkyrie. Barely stuns her. Goes for that choke toss. Liz fights out into the arm drag. Now falls into that front face lock. Drops the elbow to the base of the spine. Beautiful high-speed swing. There she is. Speaking of the Shining Apprentice, Liz off the ropes with another one. And the woman in the mask is here. She's caught Liz's attention. This woman just taunting everybody now. Valkyrie with that snap suplex. Now working on that neck crank. Working on the neck of the champion. Yeah, I don't know if you can just come in here and get a title shot, buddy. Valkyrie now working on the champ. Sweeps the leg. Cobra Kai. Liz up top. Pops to that top rope. You can see the woman in the mask with that condescending golf clap every time Valkyrie does something. Just taunting her. Beautiful crossbody from the champ. Valkyrie takes a quick powder. Slides back in the ring. But gets caught. Liz whips her into that corner. Goes for that. No. Stuff there by Valkyrie. Back and forth. Hits her with that arm drag. We have a chair in the ring now. But a gut-wrench suplex from Valkyrie. Into the cover. And Skullgirl distracting the referee while Valkyrie goes for the cover. Squirrel Girl? Whatever. Drops that headbutt. Overhead kick there from Liz. Goes to that clothesline. Valkyrie able to get out of the way. Standing switch, kicks out that knee. Standing switch into the forearm. Liz goes for the knee. Valkyrie out of the way now. Into the suplex, just tosses her across the ring. Looking for that big senton. Got all of it. Valkyrie now working on the champion, looking for the leg. Kicks out that left knee, but Liz pops up with that Rana into the cover. Beautiful reversal. Count of one. Goes for the knee. Valkyrie able to slide out of the way. And Valkyrie with that huge big boot levels the champion. Now has her hooked for that swinging complete shot. All that speed, high velocity. Into the cover. And Liz able to roll that shoulder at 2. And that woman in the mask is terrifying. Look at the way she's looking at Valkyrie right now. Into that corkscrew Hurricane Rana. And Skull Gang in the building, representing Skull Gang. Discus clothesline from the champion. Liz looking to make a statement here. Now going into that surfboard. Jamming those knees into the apron. Looking to set up that cradle DDT. Has her up. Spikes her. That's how she won the title. And the woman in the mask yelling at somebody in the crowd. Ref down for the count. And Valkyrie staying alive here. Now Liz, after dropping her with that DDT, working on the neck, trying to soften her up possibly for a second. Using that leg string, shoving the champ back, falls into the cover. Kicked out early. Valkyrie now fighting back, dropping those elbows to the trapezius muscles. Trying to knot up those shoulders. Pulls the champion up. Dodges the kick. Valkyrie has her hooked. High angle belly to back suplex. Liz fighting from the ground. Big nasty roundhouse kick there. That's new. Chip said it in the Stackworth report. She's busted out new moves all the time. And a knee to the spine. Pulling her to her feet, but Valkyrie able to snap off that jawbreaker and levels the champion with an uppercut. Now Valkyrie to the top rope. Begging the champion to get up. Diving shoulder tackle. Pulls her to her feet. And another big boot. Just levels the champ. Do not waste time here. You have her in a vulnerable position. Drops the knee to the spine now. Shoots the half. Into the cover. Liz able to kick out at 2, but those boots having an effect. She's on Dream Street. Now Valkyrie looking to set up that. No. Liz boxes the ears, hits her with a hip toss, falls into the cover. Valkyrie able to escape at 2.5. Liz with that nasty kick to the back. And face plants Valkyrie. Looking to set up another one of those DDTs. Has her hooked. Center of the ring, right on the HCW logo. Back press, deep hook of the leg. And that's all she wrote. Liz retains, but it was far from easy. Valkyrie brought the fight and the strength. There's that huge gut-wrench suplex from earlier in the match. And as she goes into the pin, the woman in the mask would distract the referee. But look at that boot. The extension almost knocks Valkyrie down. Then into that swinging complete shot. Almost had it there. Liz would set it up with that discus clothesline. Into the cradle DDT. Almost had it. There's the victory. Thought that was the first one. It was the second one. Damn replays. And Liz celebrates a win. The woman in the skull mask still lurking. Something tells me this just isn't about Valkyrie. It's about the women's division. As we get set for our next matchup. This one in the tag team division. As the Hollywood Heroes take on Matsuda and Matsumoto. God, do I like both of these teams. Let me just say this, and it's been said, and it will continue to be said. This is the most stacked tag team division in pro wrestling. Period. Every single solitary team we have, except one, no disrespect to High Energy, They don't really show up often. They're too busy working in Mexico. But they're the only team we have who has not held tag team gold. We have so many multiple-time champions here. All amazing, all capable of putting on incredible matches. And we have two of those teams here for you this evening. And as Chip said, we're going to party like it's 2012. These two had a huge rivalry that year. Traded the tag team titles 3 separate occasions. With the Hollywood Heroes coming out on top of that feud. Getting that second title reign out of those 3 matches. However, Matsuda and Matsumoto would bring it all together again in Season 1 when they were the team to dethrone the Grove Street Goons when no one thought it could be done. They out-heeled the heels. Like, nobody saw it coming. They used distraction techniques. There was a chair. In the rematch, they just walked out and got counted out. They were about as douchey as you can get for a long time. And you know what? I liked it. They needed it. They needed something to set them over the edge. They were always very talented wrestlers. But they needed a grit to them. A grime to them, if you will. Hey, you remember Scotty Grime? I wonder what he's doing. The Heroes, on the other hand, have always been the guys who are not afraid to take that shortcut. They're not afraid to thumb you in the eye. Shout out to Austin Aries. They're not afraid to distract the referee, bring in the chairs, take the turnbuckle pads off. This is what they do. But the fans still love them for it. The Hollywood Heroes, to a mixed reaction, make their way to the ring. They're so smug. Look at them. Look at their faces. They're just so smug. Hey, I like Scotty Grime. If it wasn't for that injury, I think he'd be here. And then after the injury, I don't know what the hell he did with himself. Scotty Grime was a welcome addition to the Super Junior division. The Heroes in the ring, awaiting their opponents. And the boos rain down immediately. It is not a mixed reaction at all for the Terrors. If I can find Scotty Grime, I will bring him back just for a match against Dave. I don't think Scotty Grime is ready for Dave, though. Dave is pretty good. Looks like it's going to be Thomas Alexander starting things off with Matsumoto. The two men who entered this company before their tag team partners. And immediately Matsumoto has him hooked. Drops him with a brain buster. Now looking to work on the arm. Matsumoto, I don't know what the hell that was. Looked like he was trying to channel his ki here. This is not Dragon Ball Z, sir. This is high-class wrestling. And he eats a boot to the chest from Thomas, but pops back to his feet with a short arm shoulder tackle. My favorite call. Looping right hand, turns him around, has him hooked. Sits him down with a blue thunder bomb. Not a lot of stank on it. Effective, not powerful. Looking for the slam. No. Thomas over the shoulder. Grabs that neck. Falls into the neck breaker. Now getting some payback. Working on the arm of Matsumoto. Springboards. Back into the leg drop. I like it. Kick out of the corners. Trying to save himself from that double team. Into that sleeper slam. Forearm right to the face. Matsumoto out at 2. Thomas looking to take advantage of the situation here. Takes him into the corner. No, thought we were going to get some double team offense from arguably the best in the business. Thomas able to fight back with that elbow into an X Factor. The good kind. Shout out to Sean Waltman. Baby brother Jordan tagged into this matchup. Matsumoto rolls through but walks right into that kick to the gut. Sent into the corner now. Jordan places him on that top rope. Matsumoto fights back with the elbow. Now spinning wheel kick off the top rope. Perfectly executed. Stretching out that arm, stomping on the shoulder. Now tags into Matsuda. Jordan sees it, sends him off the ropes. Japanese arm drag coming in. How apropos. Now stomping away at the chest of Matsuda. The younger members of each team now in the ring. Matsuda on the way up with that jawbreaker though. Runs through with that jumping tornado DDT. Pulling Jordan to his feet, but a jawbreaker from Jordan's going to slow that momentum down. Jordan has him hooked. Kicks out that DDT. Spiked Matsuda on the top of his head. Fights back though, over the shoulder judo toss. Matsuda the second. Calling for Jordan to get to his feet. A seated drop kick out of the corner. Jordan pops back up, but before he could do anything, whipped into the corner. Reversal. Now Jordan there. Thomas in, reading him the riot act. Thomas has him hooked though. Going for an electric chair. Matsuda able to fight out of it. Jordan in though, the distraction was enough. Looking for a double team. No. Referee telling Thomas he has to get out of the ring. Heroes were looking for double team offense. Ref having enough of the shenanigans off the vertical suplex. Into that cover. Matsuda able to kick out. Blocks the shot, fights from the ground, but walks right into a Northern Lights, and Iceman is shaking his head in the back because there was no bridge. He hates that, by the way. I don't know if you know this. I say that a lot, but I don't think you understand how much he hates that. Into the Hero's corner, off the ropes. Double Japanese arm drag, double kip up. A kick to the spine and a stomp from Thomas. Thomas looking, oh no, I thought he was looking to set up that big super kick in the corner. Instead, just taking a knee, watching his brother beat the hell out of Matsuda. Matsuda, though, still has fight left in him. Picks that leg into the dragon screw. Thomas clutching at that left knee. Jawbreaker, though. And a super kick that turns Matsuda 360. Pulls him away from those ropes. Now back to that arm. We all know Matsuda uses that right arm not only for that complete shot, but to hold you in place for the Koji clutch. Matsuda, though, very quick, though. Snatches him, looking for that suplex. No. Drops him on his arm. Thomas looking to hit that huge swinging neck breaker into the cover. Too close to the corner. Matsumoto right there to break it up. Matsumoto now grabbing a hold of Thomas. Plants him with that German suplex. The referee having a hard time keeping control of this one, as neither of these teams care what the hell he has to say. Matsuda still down. Thomas pulls himself up. Thomas looking to tag back into Jordan. Matsuda needs to do the same thing, but he is moving slow as he's caught with another snap DDT. Jordan eyeing him up. Outstretches that arm again and stomps it. Trying to take all the offense away from Matsuda. Short arm shoulder tackle, drops Thomas. He needs the tag out here. Instead, he's going to go right into those clotheslines. There's a second off the ropes. Hits him with that calf kick. Matsuda with a second win here. And no response from the crowd. They don't like you, sir. Goes for the kick. Jordan out of the way. Japanese arm drag, or, you know, an arm drag. Pulls him to his feet. Looking at that single underhook brainbuster. Drops Jordan right on his noggin. And a good old-fashioned rake of the eyes. Sends Matsuda into the Hero's corner. He's able to fight out, though, with that boot. Back elbow from Jordan. And a super kick. That is the second super kick that he has eaten. And a high-impact elbow drop there. Into the cover. Forearm to the face. And again, Matsumoto's there to break it up. Jordan could be looking for that sunset bomb. No. Catches the kick. Spinning wheel kick to the forehead. Again, Jordan taking advantage with a jawbreaker. Pulls him to the center. And another X Factor. Pulls him to his feet. Sends him into the corner. Rips him off the ropes again. Into another double Japanese arm drag. I feel like they're just taunting him at this point. Into the cover. Jordan there to stop Matsumoto. Still able to make his way through to break up that pin. Goes for that leg drop again. Hits the ref. Jordan takes the fight to Matsumoto on the outside. It's Thomas and Matsuda on the inside. Big looping right hand. Jumping neck snap. Ref still down. Nobody doing anything to take advantage of this situation. Elbow drop into the kip up. If I was Matsumoto, I'd have been in there kicking everything with a heartbeat while the ref was down. Short arm shoulder tackle from Matsuda. He needs to tag out of this match. Jawbreaker from Thomas. Belly to back suplex. And another kip up. They're just showing off at this point. That's like, I don't know, what, 7 kip ups in one match? And a third super kick that turns him right round, baby, right round. And it looks like he's been busted open. Fighting back with a European uppercut. Knee lift from Thomas. Low drop kick. Stuns him. Into a Michinoku driver. Leg hooked. And Matsumoto again in to break up that pin. Matsuda needs to tag out desperately. Thomas just whips the neck with that neck breaker one more time. And again, Matsumoto in there. He's barely been in the match. He's still basically 100%, has all the speed to get in there and break these pins up. But he needs to get in there and fight back. Fireman's carry, nope, arm drag. Thomas again, into the back suplex. And another kip up. At this point, it's literally just because I can as he goes into another kip up. Showing out at a new level. As Thomas goes up top. We don't see him fly often. That's more Jordan. And he misses the frog splash. This is the perfect opportunity for Matsuda, who is bound and determined to do this on his own. Single underhook. And a brainbuster drops him into that elevation with the knee drop. Matsuda looking like he has a point to prove here. Now looking to set up that Koji clutch. Spikes him directly into the submission. And Thomas is forced to tap out. Jordan was distracted by Matsumoto. And apparently Matsuda had a plan the whole time. I'm guessing the plan was get your ass whooped. Maybe he was playing possum. I don't know. Maybe he's smarter than we're giving him credit for. But he picks up the victory off the vicious submission. That was a tongue twister, huh? Victory off the vicious submission. Oh, he definitely needs to get checked out. He got his ass whooped. For like 10 straight minutes, ate 3 super kicks. Was able to hit that single underhook brainbuster on Jordan. And then would hit it again on Thomas. Before going into the Koji clutch. Right there. Immediately floats into it, and look at the torque on the neck. And Matsumoto in there catches the dropkick on Jordan and eyes him down. Jordan could not get in time after the kick. And the Tokyo Terrors pick up a big victory here in this match. Maybe, you know, maybe we were sitting here saying that Matsuda needs checked. Well, what if it's Matsumoto that needs checked? And Matsuda just had to do the heavy lifting for his trainer and tag team partner. Either way, great match. Congratulations to the Terrors, you diabolical bastards, you. In our next matchup, we saw the first one-on-one meeting between these two on the pre-show for Clash of the Classless. Now, here on Mayhem, the rematch. Adam Robinson, one-on-one with the newly returning Kevin Williams. Man, Kevin Williams has been gone a long time. I say it all the time. Arguably the greatest rookie year of all time. It's literally, it's probably a 3-way there between Wizard, Kevin Williams, and Azriel. 3 greatest rookie years in the history of this company. I've said it before, Kevin Williams won that Beating the Odds Rumble in his 3rd match with the company, and then would go on to hold that world championship for a year, beating the likes of Iceman and Superstar and Bake, Victor Pierre, and yes, Adam Robinson, before finally being dethroned by Wizard. Can I just say I'm still mad that Adam Robinson cut his hair? Chip Stackworth knows what I'm talking about. I miss the Jesus hair. Just had this long, flowing mane. I'm not ready to say Victor Black is in that top 3, because let's not forget Victor Black had a lackluster debut. It wasn't until he found himself and cut his hair, changed the paint, changed the gear, changed the attitude. That's why I would put Azriel in that spot, but that's a good point with Ricochet. Ricochet or Wizard you could insert into that spot. But I would say Azriel over Victor Black, just because Victor Black's first 6 months were average at best. And Kevin Williams makes his official debut in the HCW arena. Yeah, she did. And I don't know why. Probably because everybody else liked it. Former world champion, former television champion. Beating the Odds winner. Kevin Williams back in high-class wrestling. And being booed out of the building. Partially because he's a dick. And partially because he's wearing Laker colors. The man from Los Angeles looks ready. Didn't even look Adam Robinson in the face. Bell rings and we get things started. And a running bulldog out of the blocks there for Williams. Adam playing no games though. Catches him with that arm drag. Into the front face lock. Transitions into that backbreaker. Adam Robinson, one of the smoothest wrestlers on this roster. You know, a lot of people say he doesn't have the big move set. He's not as flashy as he used to be, but he's crisp, and nobody can take that away. After the thumb to the eye, set off the ropes, and a back elbow drops Adam Robinson. Kevin Williams, on the other hand, is just grimy. Into that jawbreaker, though. Able to fight back with the right hand. Kevin looking to take advantage now. Has him hooked. In a fisherman suplex. Again, no bridge. Iceman kicking stuff in the back. If he's even here. I don't even know if he's here tonight. I didn't see him. Another jawbreaker. Runs through with the neck breaker. Overhead kick for Williams. Runs in. There's a neck breaker of his own. Anything you can do, I can do moment. Sweeps the leg. Cobra Kai. Out of that top rope. Haven't seen Adam fly in a while. Goes for the elbow. No water in the pool. Adam able to roll out of harm's way, but walks right to that looping right hand. And another bulldog. One thing I've always liked about Kevin Williams, he's old school, man. He uses bulldogs. I'm a big fan of that. Pulls him to his feet. Drops him with another neck breaker. Before elevating into the knee drop. Adam Robinson, though, taking advantage, grabs that arm with an over-the-shoulder arm breaker. Sends him into the corner. Hangs him up in that tree of Joey Lawrence. And a stomp right to the chest. Williams able to slide out of the way of the next one. Into the corner, blocks the shot, fights out. And a standing drop kick. Didn't get him in the face, but got him in the chest. Now this is uncharted territory for Williams, as he goes for the same elbow that Adam Robinson missed. Pulls him in. Russian leg sweep, pops back to his feet. Or was it a Canadian leg sweep? We're calling it Canadian. Big clothesline. There's a second. Into that calf kick. Adam Robinson with the second win here. Goes for the drop kick. Williams out of the way, though. And Williams just runs through him with a right hook. That wasn't a clothesline. Adam Robinson using the leg strength. Shoves him back. Pulls him to his feet. And a super kick. It's a night full of them here tonight, folks. Wobbles Williams with the super kick. Did not get as much of it as he would like. And you can tell by the way Kevin Williams immediately kicks out. But he's looking to end it here with That's Amazing. Shoots under, hooks those legs, spikes him into the cover. And this match ends the same as the first. As Adam Robinson pulls out the victory with That's Amazing. There's a super kick, caught him right under the jaw. Didn't get a lot of extension on it, but hit the mark. And right here, That's Amazing. Trapped, nowhere to go. No, sir, he does not, apparently. Both of these men looking to break out of the pack here. Title shots few and far between. You have to be extremely impressive with the roster that we have. And our next matchup, two great young talents here in high class wrestling. This is Dylon Chase going one-on-one with Trevor Nixon. Now, I will say that before the show got started, there was a heated exchange before Dylon Chase and Rico Official. There was an argument. No blows were thrown. It was just a screaming match. and Rico left the building. Now, this was originally supposed to be a tag match. Nixon was going to find a partner, and after Official left, they changed it to a singles match. I don't know what this means for the High Society. We know they've had their problems for the last couple of weeks, hell, the last month. Just, they don't seem to get on the right page, and then it looked like they did when they won their match last week, but it seems to not be enough. There's always something that one or the other is mad about. So maybe this is what they needed. They needed to scream at each other. They needed to throw things. They needed to get all this stuff off their chest, and just take a slight break. Official left, so one-on-one match. Official can take out his frustrations somewhere else. Dylon can take his frustrations out in the match, and hopefully everything will be good for him next week. Dylon walks in, cool, calm, and collected as always. And that's... no. Official did not leave the building. And a steel chair to the back of his partner. This is not what you want to see between two young talents on the rise. And Dylon has none of it. Sends him down the ramp, drops the elbow. This has been brewing for a long time. Maybe this is what they needed. A kick to the ribs. Dylon just putting the boots to him on the ground. Official on the way back up. Over the shoulder arm breaker. Dylon sends him down towards the ring. Rolling neck snap sideways, though. That's not what you want to see. Now Dylon working on the neck with that modified camel clutch. Official back to his feet. Out of the way of the grab. Both men going for that running strike. Both men miss. They know each other so well. Big knee lift there from the exposed knee of Official. Sends him into the ring. Things not looking good for the High Society. Something tells me it's over. As we get set for our main event of the evening, the returning Logan Neal, the former hybrid champion, goes one-on-one with Showtime, and wherever Showtime goes, the Goons close behind, as his stablemates will be in his corner for this matchup. The Goons have been on an absolute tear as of late. Showtime now with the power that comes with the hybrid championship. The Goons will be looking to get those tag titles back. And we can never forget about Big D, the loosely affiliated Spaghetti. And if you get that inside joke, you're awesome. If you don't, look it up. Logan Neal, no backup on his side. Of course, Logan Neal's tag team partner, Jacob Barton, did not return to High Class Wrestling this season. He was needed other places. He's working for other companies. He is training at the Nasty Dragon Dojo. There's a lot on his plate right now. So Logan Neal 100% by himself in this matchup. And that is not where you want to be against the Goons. They prove it week in and week out. They are just a dominating force with little regard to the rules. We've seen post-match beatdowns, entrance beatdowns. We've seen it all from these men. Looking to continue the trend in winning ways. Showtime goes against the former champion in our main event. And the former champion makes his way into the building. As we await the new champion. And the goons walk to the ring in unison. New title wrapped around that waist. Hands in the air. Neil looks ready. Showtime looks relaxed. The bell rings and we get it started. Immediately into the strength game for Neil with the gut wrench suplex. Showtime, though, thumb right to the eye. And a drop salt. Talk about people busting out new moves. Into those Kawada kicks right to the forehead. Standing moonsault from Showtime. Taken down by Neil, looking to take advantage, but Showtime pops back up. Short arm shoulder tackle. And one from Neil. Beautiful vertical suplex from Neil. Jawbreaker, go behind, German suplex, plant Showtime. Let's not forget that Logan Neal, one of the best technical wrestlers we have, but can he contend with the speed of Showtime, the former Super Junior champion and current hybrid champion? Snaps off that big Hurricane Rana now to the outside. Corkscrew, plancha, sidestep by Neil, who goes into the cover. Pulls him away from those ropes now. Stretches out that arm. There's a stomp right to it. Now Neil uncharacteristically going to the top rope. Waiting for Showtime to get to his feet there. Diving lariat takes the champion down. Showtime pops back to his feet and a little suck it. Showtime looking to take advantage. Has him hooked for the Wizard Special, backbreaker, neckbreaker combination. corkscrew standing moonsault to the top rope. As Trill and Big Money look on from the outside, drops the elbow to the heart. But Neil pops back to his feet, whips Showtime into that corner. Goes for the takedown, no. Stopped and spiked by Showtime. Goes for the right hand, no sir. Fights back with a forearm. Now pops him up. You know what he's looking for. You've seen it before. And Shoryuken. Looking to end it here with a deal breaker. No. Reversal by Showtime into the short arm clothesline. Beautiful reversal. Fighting back with a snap jab. Looping right hand. Turns him around into the neck breaker. Knee right to the spine. Neil looking to keep it up here. A victory over the champion only means good things. Knee after knee. Just dissecting Showtime. Now working on the arm. Trying to dislocate that bad boy. Has him up one more time. Shoryuken! Huge military press, European uppercut. Showtime fights back, letting Logan Neal know who he's in the ring with. Hits a clothesline and a second. Ducks under. Thrust kick right to the chin. Showtime. Kneeling super kick. That could be it. The lights may be turned out as he hooks the Union Jack. No. Neal still in this one. Goes for the drop kick. Logan Neal out of the way. Going for the big slam. Showtime fights. Reverse DDT. Pulls Neal to his feet. Neal catches him, short arm shoulder tackle. Trying to keep the champion grounded. Looking for another deal breaker. Got all of that one into the cover. Back press, leg hooked. And Logan Neal almost picks up the victory. Showtime kicking out at 2. But it looks like he's been busted open here. Neal having his way with him. Into the snapmare to no effect on Showtime. Big right hand turns him around. Russian leg sweep into the face buster with the stroke. Neal still fighting. Elbows from the ground. Showtime blocks the strike. Fireman's carry. Neal back up. Big knife edge chop stuns the champion. Right hand turns him around. And a belly-to-back suplex into the bridge. Count of 2. Showtime kicks out at 3. Trill has his eye on Logan Neal right now. Another big right hand. Pulls him away. And a German suplex. No bridge on that one. Logan Neal putting up an amazing fight here, but he's caught. Showtime picks the leg into the dragon screw. Blood flowing from the forehead. Could be looking to set up that boot. Neal goes right to the ropes. Fight back. Drops him face first onto the knee. Into a third. Has him up. Shoryuken. Now go. No. Showtime using that leg strength. Shoves him back. Still alive here. Stomp to the chest of the challenger. Pulls him up. And Kawada kicks to the forehead yet again. Looking for that super kick once again. No, Neal out of the way. Pops up, corkscrew European uppercut. Neil is on fire here tonight. Looking for a deal breaker. Has him hooked. Plants him. The champion in trouble. And Logan Neal with an upset victory over the hybrid champion. The former champ looking to get back to glory. There's that nasty Shoryuken, 1 of 3. This beautiful reversal out of the deal breaker, though. I thought he had him. There's another one. Almost had it off this beautiful bridging back suplex. And right here, a second deal breaker would seal the deal for Logan Neal. I hate to say upset, but Showtime's been on a roll. The former champion had something to say about that. Logan Neal raises his hand in victory. And we are out of time here, folks. So for all the boys and girls in the back, everybody watching around the world and in this arena tonight, for Showtime and the Grove Street Goons, and most importantly for Logan Neal, I have been your high guy. Yes, indeed, your fly guy. The truth from the booth, B.I. Double. We'll see you on Thursday for Throwdown.